I have a problem. Whenever I do screen recordings, and 90% of my videos are screen recordings, I often mess up. And if I mess up while changing my mouse cursor position on the screen, then when I cut out that part in the video, the mouse cursor teleports. So the screen recording ends up looking like this. So I could try and learn
How to speak.
without making a bunch of mistakes, but that's very hard and I'm bound to fail. So instead I decided that I'm going to attempt to make an app that would allow me to reset my mouse cursor position. You must think, he already opened this thing, the terminal, so he must already know what he's doing. Wrong. The only thing I know how to do when it comes to coding is how to create animations using a Python library called Manim. That's pretty cool, I know, but I've never built an app before. I hope this doesn't take 10 hours. So let's create a new folder using the terminal, mkdir for make directory, and let's do mouse app. Bonk. Now let's go inside of that folder, and here I want to create a virtual environment. Yes, I just recently found out what that means by reinstalling the library that I mentioned before, so I want to flex my skills. I think I can do that with the UV package manager like this, venv, virtual environment. Boom, beautiful. Essentially, it's like a separate folder on my computer where I can install all of the things I'll need to make the app, and if it's unsuccessful, I can just delete that folder and all the things I installed will go away with it. A disposable place. It says here activate with source.venv/bin/activate. Yoink. Beautiful. It says dog here, so I'm in probably. And this is where my knowledge ends and ChatGPT begins. I've already come up with a prompt. I want to make a macOS app that saves and restores my mouse cursor position after clicking a keyboard shortcut. I want the app to track my mouse cursor, and when the cursor remains still for more than 1 second, I want the app to save its position. Then at any point, I want to be able to press a keyboard shortcut to reset my mouse cursor position to where it was saved during that 1 second of stillness. Can you write that for me? Well, hopefully it can, or else I'm screwed. Okay, that looks promising. So it looks like I'm going to need to install a bunch of stuff. Time, threading, pine pot. Okay, how to install all of this? Open the terminal and run the following commands. Yoink. Here we go. After installation, you can verify the packages are installed correctly by running this. Okay, there are a bunch of packages installed. Wait. Oh, I think I installed this virtual environment not inside of a folder where I wanted to install it. I should have installed it here inside the mouse app, and now it's here. Should I uninstall it somehow? Because instead of CD mouse app, I said LS mouse app. Professional programmer. And there you go. A bunch of stuff has just been installed inside of my mouse app folder. So now in theory, I should be able to create a Python file, touch mouse file.python, and then open it with vim. I don't believe it either. Actually, let's just do VS Code. Beautiful. Now I need to specify my interpreter path, Python 3, I think. And if I type something here, print oi, run Python file, boom. There it is. Okay, so now if I go into ChatGPT and paste all of this in, this is the keyboard shortcut that I can use to reset my mouse cursor. Okay, run the Python file. No module named pineput. Fantastic. Didn't I just install it? Now, while I'm learning how to fix that error and how to code this app by blindly poking around, there's a much more efficient and fun way to learn new skills. That's why I partnered with Skillshare for this video. I've been wanting to learn a bit more of Blender since the last video to level up my video production skills, and with classes and learning paths on Skillshare, it's been easy to learn. Skillshare is the largest online learning community for creatives with thousands of classes led by industry experts across film, illustration, design, freelance, productivity, and more. Skillshare can help you take your career, skills, hobbies, passions, or side hustles to the next level. For instance, when I first started learning how to edit videos with Adobe Premiere Pro, Skillshare was incredibly helpful because of their learn by doing approach. There are great classes on DaVinci Resolve and Final Cut Pro for beginners as well. In fact, one of my favorite classes is actually from the same creator, and it's about productivity. In it, I learned a bunch of insanely valuable principles that I continue to implement to this day while making videos and growing my YouTube channel. Spring is a season of fresh starts, so why not refresh your creative routine? As the weather warms, we shake off the winter slump and refocus on our goals. The key to steady progress is building daily habits that support your growth. Whenever I try to learn something, something, I try doing it in small chunks, maybe 10 minutes a day, because real progress happens one step at a time. And Skillshare has a variety of classes to help you stay inspired and build your creative momentum. I've also been teaching on Skillshare since 2022. I have a class about creating these cool animations with code with a Python library called Manim, and another one about using Google Sheets to track your expenses. So if you'd like to check out any of these classes or what Skillshare has to offer, then you can do so down below. And the first 500 people to use the link in the description will receive a 1-month free trial of Skillshare. Get started today. Okay, back to fixing the code. uv pip install pinepot. Why did that not work? Okay, so it seems like it's already installed. VS Code is just not finding it somehow. Select interpreter. Oh, now it lights up green. Here we go. Run Python file. It's running. And Control-Shift-R. Oh, this process is not trusted. Input event monitoring will not be possible until it is added to accessibility clients. I need to go into my accessibility settings. And so do I enable the terminal or VS Code? Probably the terminal. This process is not trusted. So maybe the process is mousefile.python. I'm not sure I can even add this. Never mind. Oh, I can't select this file. Interesting. What if I do Visual Studio Code here? Run Python file. Oh, it doesn't say anything. So the mouse is here for 1 second. Then I move it. Command-Shift-R. Never mind. Okay, maybe I restart Visual Studio Code. Mouse is here for 1 second. 1. Command-Shift-R. Doesn't work. Ooh. What if I run it from the terminal? So is it Python 3 mousefile.py? Now the mouse cursor is here. I move it, Command-Shift-R. Nothing happens. Of course nothing happens. Why would anything happen? Let's do Vim this time. Okay, what the hell does this do? Saved position equals none. Just creates a new variable with nothing inside of it. Last moved time equals time.track. So time, I assume, is something that's a library because it imported time over here. Lock equals threading lock. No idea what that does. Then here are a bunch of functions because stuff begins with def. Mouse listener, mouse thread. Keyboard thread thread start, mouse listener join. Interesting words. Here's a keyboard global hotkeys, Command-Shift-R on hotkey. Let's ask chat mkbhd. When I run this app in my terminal, nothing happens when I click Command-Shift-R. Oh, it changed this line. With keyboard listener on press equals on press as listener. Interesting. So there's now no keyboard shortcut here. I've modified the keyboard listener to correctly detect when Command-Shift-R is pressed. Okay, sure. This could work. Wait, how do I delete everything? D-Shift-G. Professional Vim user. Beautiful. :WQ and then Python 3 mouse file. Boom. Okay, please work. This is the mouse cursor. Waits for 1 second. Command-Shift-R. Nothing happens. Why does nothing happen? Does it have to do with the virtual environment? Because this app is running in a virtual environment? Yes, this app should work in a virtual environment as long as the necessary dependencies are installed in that environment. However, there are some caviar. On macOS, you may need to grant accessibility permissions for the script to control the mouse and keyboard. Go to System Settings, Privacy, Security, Accessibility, and add the terminal or script runtime, example Python. Ooh, here, Command-Shift-period to show hidden files, Python. That's grayed out. Okay, try running it with sudo Python script. This is getting dangerous. Boink, my password. Wait for 1 second. Move it here, Command-Shift-R. What if I do Control-Shift-R? Nope. So what if I don't do the virtual environment? Disconnect. Wait, it's not disconnect. Quit. Disable. Close the terminal. So let's actually go into this folder and yeet the .venv file. And then what I want is to install those packages globally on my system, which I think I can do that just like this without creating a virtual environment. Okay. Then if I cd into mouse app and do Python 3 mouse file, no module named pinepot. Interesting. So it says it installed it here, but it doesn't find it. Which Python 3? Okay, so it's using my actual computer Python, the main one, global Python. So why doesn't it see these packages? Which PyAuto GUI? Not found. So what if I do it here inside of my user folder? PyAuto GUI? Not found. Where does UV install packages by default on Mac? It installs packages in the user's site packages directory. Okay, let's uninstall then. Let's use a different package manager. Once Python 3 is installed, you can use pip. Okay, let's try this. Stuff is happening. Probably means good news. So now if I cd into my mouse app and Python 3 mouse file, my mouse cursor is here. 1 second passes, Command-Shift-R. doesn't seem like it's working. So the virtual environment was probably not the issue. Good to know after I just uninstalled it completely. You know, let's actually keep track of the things that I install just in case. Let's do a little bit of debugging, shall we? Vim mouse app. I want to see if it actually saves any of my mouse positions. Here it says saved position. While true, time sleep something. So I think it waits 1 millisecond. Okay, so here, technically, if I add print position saved and say WQ, then it's going to print here when it saves my mouse position. Surely this works. Inconsistent use of tabs and spaces in indentation. Really? What's inconsistent? I don't think that's inconsistent. Just my opinion, of course. I'm pretty sure it's not supposed to be here. While true, it does a bunch of these things. Okay, maybe I just print here inside of the function. Here we go. Inconsistent tabs and spaces. Wait, this should work, no? If I put it inside of this if statement, then when it runs, it's going to just print position saved. Am I missing something? Okay, let's use Visual Studio Code. I don't trust Vim for indentations. Like here, the indentation is correct. If last position and something, then do this and do this. Or while true, do this. That could work. Doesn't work. How is it possible that I don't know how to print something? I printed OI before. What if I just put it here then? Maybe actually just at the beginning of it, right here. Surely this prints. What? Unindent does not match any outer indentation level. What if I just paste it here completely randomly at the very beginning? Boom. Okay, it works. Beautiful. I mean, not beautiful because it doesn't work inside of a function. I didn't think I was going to run into a printing issue. So let's instead paste it here. When I press the keyboard shortcut, I wanted to print got key press and run this file. Why? Okay, yes, so it should work. Why does it say inconsistent use of tabs and spaces? I am so lost, you don't even know. The app still does nothing when I run it. The PinePut library works well on macOS for detecting key presses. Here's an example. Let's just yoink this example and try to create a separate Python file to test out if it actually works. And theoretically, this should print out the key that I pressed, the special key that I pressed, and if I released the key. If escape, it will stop listening. Okay, let's then run this and see if it works. A, B, C, D, no? Oh, it doesn't work. So if it doesn't print anything, that means it's not detecting any keys. The keyboard library can also detect key presses, but requires elevated permissions. Run as administrator on macOS. Yoink. pip3 install keyboard. Now if I do python 3 test.py, must be run as administrator. Okay. Sudo python 3 test.py. Press escape to exit. Okay, what if I just press J? Nothing's working. Okay, escape worked. Keyboard add hotkey space. Print space was pressed. Oh, it's only if I press space. Space was pressed. Ooh, okay, so the keyboard thing works. Could you use the keyboard library to write this app instead of PinePut? Python 3 mouse file. Boom. So now my mouse is here. I move it and press F8. Nothing happens. Wait, whoa. Mouse is here. Move it. F8. Yo, no way. Oh, baby. F8 does something else because it selects my folder, but it teleports the mouse cursor back. Look at that. I just had to use a different library. Oh, there's a spaceship bouncing. Very mesmerizing. Anyway, Control C to quit. Oh, I can't believe this just worked. So now, if I want to change the keyboard shortcut, I should be able to make this hotkey different somehow. Could you use Command Shift R keyboard shortcut? Oh, it's just Command plus Shift plus R. Okay, let's yoink this. And does it work? Oh, key R is not mapped to any known key. The keyboard has limited support for macOS due to system restrictions. Also, CMD Shift R instead of Command. But it seems like it's not recognizing the R key, not the Command key. Does Q work? Q is not mapped to any known key. Either way, it works with F1. Now I also want to turn this into a nice application, like an exe file. Obviously those don't exist on macOS, that I can just run and it works without having to open the terminal and navigate a bunch of folders to find the Python script and then run the Python script. Maybe I'll even add a logo to the app. I will most definitely regret trying to do this because it will most likely cost a lot of time, but nevertheless, I want to try. How do I turn a Python script into an application application on macOS. You can use tools like py2app or py-installer. Okay, doesn't seem very complicated. Pip install py2app, create a setup script. In the same directory as your Python script, create a file named setup.py with the following content, build the application, run the following command in the terminal. You can now share this file with others. Oh, interesting. So this app will not have any user interface. So how will I then close it? I'm not sure, but I want to try. Also, another thing that I want to try is running my mouse app inside of a virtual environment using the keyboard library to see if it works. I'm just curious. uvvnv, then source.vnv/bin/activate. Then I want to install this only, I think, which Python 3. It's using the virtual environment one. And now I want to run my program, mousefile.py. Boom. And now if I click F1, the mouse cursor should teleport. Oh, yes, I need to do it as sudo. Assertion failed. Data valid range failed. Abort. Oh, let's delete it. Did I forget to install something? PyAutoGUI. I think I forgot to install that. Yes, I did. Now let's run this. Failed. Interesting. And if I don't run it inside of a virtual environment, then it works. Function F1. It no longer works. Wait. Oh, it works. I just haven't paused my mouse enough. Okay, so noted. Don't do any virtual environment stuff. I'm pretty sure rm-rf.vnv will delete the virtual environment, right? Yes. That was kind of scary. So let's try turning this into an actual application that I can use. So I need this thing, py2app. Let's yoink that here. Next order of business. In the same directory as your Python script, so in the same mouse.app folder, create a file named setup.py, touch setup.py, then vim setup.py to go inside of it. And inside of it, I need to paste this. Yoink. App is equal to app.py. So in this case, mousefile.py. Beautiful. argv emulation true. No clue what that does. Okay, seems legit. Run the following command in the terminal. Oh, what just happened? No idea. Escape doesn't work. Abort mission. Terminate. Whoops. Now I do Python 3 setup.py Python 2 app. Yoink. Now this should theoretically build an app inside of that folder. No module named Rubicon. Install Rubicon, obviously. Here we go. Boom. Something's happening. Hopefully no errors. No module named Rubicon. Hello? Why? Maybe it's not Rubicon something, but just Rubicon? Not found. Okay. If the issue persists, you can try executing Rubicon from the build process. Modify your setup.py file by adding excludes. Oh, there we go. Excludes Rubicon. So add a comma here, then exclude Rubicon. Okay, this makes sense. So technically that should work. Oh, more stuff is happening. Done. It says done. Mouse file. Application. What if I open it? Launch error. So what if I now move this application file inside of my applications folder? Open, launch error. Okay, so I'm assuming that something's wrong with my actual Python file because it needs some instructions on what macOS should open because it doesn't even know where it's supposed to open. It doesn't have an application window or something like that. What should a Python script include to be able to become a macOS application? A main Python script that contains your application's logic. Okay, a setup.py file that defines your application's configuration for py2app. This file should include this. Okay. A list of all required Python packages in the options directory under the packages key. Oh, it doesn't have all the necessary Python packages. So if I do packages and colon like this, and presumably I name my packages here, those are keyboard and py something, PyAutoGUI. Does that make any sense? Let's try to rerun this. Boom, it's done. Ooh, that's so satisfying. Now if I open it, launch error. Beautiful. Didn't expect anything else. If your application has a GUI, consider using a framework like something. It doesn't have a graphical user interface. Could you make this Python script ready for being turned into a macOS application? And now if I just yoink my script, paste it here. Oh, it pastes with line numbers. Oh, it pastes with even more stuff. Oh, the colors palette just opened up. ChatGPT has the script. So I'm saved not having to copy from Vim into my clipboard. Please be nice and spit out the answer. Oh, I had to include all of those. Threading and time included as well. Okay, let's use this script. And type error, expected string, bytes or something. Maybe I delete data files because they didn't exist before. Name data files is not defined. Let's put those back in. Okay, so now it doesn't work anymore. Oh, it says your required packages here. Nice. If it gives me an error, then we have a problem, clearly. Oh, it's an error. Expected string, bytes or OS path-like object, not none type. How did it work before? Oh, it was this that I used. Does this work? No, it's the first script. Okay, this is surely the first script. Invalid syntax. Does it have to have a comma here? Yes, it does. Okay, now this can't not work. It doesn't work. Okay, wow. How did it just go from working to not working even though I changed nothing? What if inside of options I remove packages? Oh, the packages are screwing it up because now it worked. Obviously it won't open, but if I add packages here, what if I remove these two packages? Because I'm pretty sure those two other ones are a part of Python, maybe? Okay, it's doing stuff, it's working. Oh, the icon changed. Wait, does that mean... No, doesn't mean anything. Okay. Very interesting, I have to say. It's the next day. Mouse cursor has changed. Default macOS one. Can't go wrong with that. Wallpaper has changed. So much has changed. Link in the description, by the way. Look at how clean it makes the desktop look. We're having trouble finding this site. That definitely changed. We're good. Let's do some investigation. Oh, there has to be an icon. A very great website for a bunch of icons is called Flat Icon, by the way. I've used it many times. And if I type in mouse, which one do we like here? I like this mouse. Why is it bent? Wait, what am I doing? Why am I yoinking an icon from somebody else? I can just make my own. Affinity photo. Wait, let's open up Mousescape. This is the default cursor here. What if I just... whoop, and there's the icon. How do I show that it teleports? Duplicate. There you go. That's gonna look so weird as an app logo. Let's just go with this. No copyright issues with Apple here. PNG to ICNS converter. Beautiful. Look at that mouse logo. So it seems like this tutorial is using a different way to convert the Python code into an app by using the PyInstaller. I'm using, what am I using? Py2app. How to tell the app what to use for the icon with Py2app. You need to add the icon file option in the options. So icon file, path to your icon file. So inside of here, I go to the end, enter, and paste it in. So now if I do this, python3 setup.py py2app, maybe the icon was all it needed. Done. Ooh, mouse file. It has a different icon. If I open it, launch error. At least it now has an icon. Data files, data files. I don't have any data files. Okay, I don't actually know how to copy all of this to my clipboard. Visually select text and type :w pb copy. Okay, select everything, :w pb copy. Boom, it actually worked. Okay, I am completely stuck. This is the point where my brain tells me to give up and just use the Python script, but I'm not gonna do that, am I? No, I'm not. Oh, I can right click and show package contents. I can run this file. Now, what do all of these words mean? Oh, wait, I can just copy and ask ChatGPT. The error you're seeing is related to Py2app trying to load the Carbon framework, which has been depreciated and is no longer available in recent macOS versions. Solutions to try: use PyObj to replace the Carbon dependency. If your code or one of your dependencies is using Carbon through C types, okay, words just keep getting more interesting. The specific error you're encountering is this: system library Carbon framework, no such file. Ooh, this is an Apple bug. They're shipping their Carbon framework with a broken symlink. You can launch the Python application from terminal directly without using the app wrapper. Whoa, it just opened and nothing happened. Open. Hello. Oh, it's jumping in my dock. It's so cool to see an app with my logo on it just jumping in my dock. Hello? That's awesome. Application not responding. But that means progress. Now it's not responding instead of not opening. Okay, slowly but surely. Maybe it's not responding because it doesn't have the right permissions. Okay, it's not responding still. Learn the cool trick. Show package contents. Go into contents and then open this thing. Whoa, which one? This one, right? Must be run as administrator. Wait, how do you open a file as administrator on macOS? I'm not sure how to do it without using the terminal. Sudo open and then drag in the app right here. Enter in my password. Wait, is it open? It doesn't say not responding. What if I do F1? No, nothing is happening. Oh, not responding. Never mind. The error message you're encountering is indicating that the program is trying to access a resource or perform an operation that requires elevated privileges. Application not responding. Never mind. Must be run as administrator. Isn't it what I just did? Use the su command, admin user not root, followed by open path to app. Didn't know su existed. Su open, and then I copy mouse file as path name. Hopefully this works. Enter in my password. Sorry. Oh, no problem. Sorry about what? Why did it just say sorry? So will I have to modify this app to not use the keyboard library? If so, I'm not sure if I want to do this. I'm building a Mac OS app that needs sudo privileges to run. There's no chance I get an answer from that question. Prompt engineering. Mac OS provides a framework for requesting elevated privileges when needed. Ooh, this is the preferred method because it integrates with Mac OS security, prompts the user for their password in a standard way. Here's an example of how you can use it to request sudo privileges programmatically. Oh, programmatically. Step-by-step process. There it is. Please work. Open. Don't be jumping. Wait, it's not even here. It didn't do anything. Does that mean it worked? Does it reset my mouse cursor? Wait for 1 second. Function F1? No. Oh, okay, let's open this. This script needs to be run as an administrator. Trying to relaunch with sudo. So if I just type in my password here, oh, trying to relaunch with sudo forever. So what is happening? Or maybe it's already working? It's not working. Straight to the trash. Okay, I'm rage quitting. Okay, I just woke up. I have the sharpest mind in the morning and no voice. So let's figure this out. You can use the PyInstaller library to package Python programs as standalone executables. It works on Windows, Linux, and macOS. So I've been using Py2App, and I could be using PyInstaller. Okay. First, you need to get the special tool called PyInstaller. It's like getting a sticker making machine. I love the imagine I'm a 5-year-old prompt. Type this into the terminal and press enter. PyInstaller windowed mousefile.py. Enter. No, wait, this just works, right? Build complete. The results are available in mouse app dist. Mouse file, there it is. Now it has an interesting logo. Is that a Python? Open. Oh, please don't crash. Yes, that is a part of the Python logo. That's cool. Application not responding. What if I show package contents and open this inside of the terminal? Mouse file must be run as administrator. Oh, this is so annoying. To ensure that your app requests administrator rights when it runs, you can use a tool like Platypus. Okay, so I need Perry the Platypus, and then I also need a new Python script that would run my other script using sudo. So let's create a new file, run with sudo.py, and paste this in, and the script that I need to run would be mousefile.py. Download Platypus. Oh, I can install it with brew. Platypus was successfully installed. Okay, open Platypus. There it is. Yoink. Platypus not opened. Apple could not verify Platypus. Well, luckily I know what to do in these situations. Go into the applications folder, look for Platypus, control click, open. Wait, right click, show package contents, then run this. Hold option and then click open. No. Hold control and click open. Hold command and click open. When I said I know what to do, I may have been lying. Oh, it's inside settings. Platypus was blocked to protect your Mac. Open. Boom. Okay. Whew. Resuming the procedure. In Platypus, set the script field to point to run with sudo.py. Script type Python. Script path. Select script. So it's this one. Run with sudo. Interface. Text window. None. Run with root privileges. Ooh. Bundled files. Copied into the application's resource folder. Oh, so maybe I should add my mousefile.python file here. Strip nib file to reduce app size, create symlink something. Create, that's it. Oh look, there was also an option to get an icon, and there it is. Open. Okay, now it needs to run with sudo. Wait, it's running. Mouse cursor here. Here, F1 doesn't work. Not great news, but the app is running. At least it's not crashing immediately. Oh, what am I doing? If I can run this, okay. I don't even need this. Run with sudo then. I just need my mousefile.py, and then I just run this with root privileges. And I can also change the icon. Look at that. Create app. There it is. Mouse file. Open. Enter in my password. It's running. Please work. F1 doesn't work. Slow baby steps. What if I open this? No module named keyboard. What? Wait a second. So it seems like this app doesn't find the library keyboard, which I import into my Python file. And why not? Add bundled files. Add the entire Python site packages directory. I go into the site packages and add everything. Boom. Now this should definitely work, right? Somehow I don't have high hopes. Whoa, where's my app? Oh, it put it inside site packages. Whoops, it hasn't crashed. Does it actually work? Does it reset my mouse cursor? Whoop, never mind. Surprise, surprise. Show package contents, run the file. No module named keyboard. Really? Okay, so my app does have a bunch of site packages, but they're inside site packages. So what if I move them from site packages inside, oh, just teleported somewhere else? I move them inside of resources. Where did I move them? So if I run it now, oh, it doesn't say anything. Wait, does it work? Function F1. Oh, it did do something. Boop. It works. Hold on a minute. If I open the actual mouse file, enter in my password. Oh, Python quit unexpectedly. Mouse file would like to control this computer using accessibility features. Yes, please. Open now. Is it open? It is open. And the moment of truth. Does it reset my mouse cursor? Boop. No. So if I run the file app inside of contents, it does work. But if I open it normally, oh, there's a rocket ship and there's 2 mouse files. You know, let's just quit everything. Oh, I'm so close to getting this to work. Ooh, I think I found something. App execution environment. When running the app by double-clicking, the environment is different than when running it from the terminal. So maybe that's why it doesn't work. Meanwhile, I also figured out how to yank from Vim and have it copy straight into my clipboard. Look at that. Beautiful. Would you like to know the secret? You go into your Vim RC file and set these 2 commands. Set clipboard this thing unnamed and set clipboard this thing unnamed plus. Now, whenever I select something and yank it, it yanks straight into my clipboard. Boink. Isn't that just beautiful? We're slowly crawling closer, I feel like. And it doesn't work still. Of course it doesn't work. I've been doing this for way too long. I think I'm giving up. There's no way. It just doesn't work and I have no clue what to do. This is taking way longer than I expected. Like 69 times longer. I think I'm giving up. I just tried for 1 more hour to figure this out. How far have I come? Not even close. I set up this helper script. If I open it with text edit, it essentially opens my Python file with sudo. And then inside of my actual code, I have this to check if the script is running as sudo. And if it's not, then it calls the helper script to run it with sudo. But it doesn't work. It works if I run it as a Python script, but it doesn't work if I run it as an application. No matter what I do, it just doesn't work. I know this is possible, by the way. Many people have made apps that require getting input from the keyboard. So they also have to run some things as sudo and they have figured it out. But I can't figure it out. I have no clue why it doesn't work. It's time to end this.